Hello, everybody. Let me get this out of the way. We're going to be playing our Wednesday night get together here. Thanks for being here. Let me go put this up on our website. Website is denverguitarorchestra.com. Scroll down. You will be hearing in the background my wife coughing because she's managed to catch the creeping crud, and so we'll have a little bit of hacking and coughing accompaniment to our evening tonight. We are playing quite a lot of things tonight, so and I have to be done early tonight because I gotta go to a thing. I have to be there at 7:30. So we're gonna play like the wind. Some singing and strumming, Itsy Bitsy Spider, La Cucaracha, Water is Wide, When the Saints Go Marching In, Wildwood, Flower, a couple of classical tunes. We'll see how many we can get to, and so that's the plan. So I'm going to talk really fast, or actually I'm going to play really fast, I think. All right, we need a guitar. That's one of the things that I do. And let me get some sheet music up here, and then let's get started. How are we looking in terms of do I fit into the square? Let's see. How about that? That's a little better. All right, and then we're going to play Vic is in, sound is good, cold and sunny, and Eugene. Eugene's having sunny days, which they never have up there. So good. I guess you'll take him, right? Vic, I think I'm trying. Today we were sunny, but windy, and there's a cold front coming in, starting to get snow up in the mountains and all that stuff. They've opened a few of the ski areas, so things are going great here in Colorado, I guess. Let's see. Guitar book 1. Bink. Strummers. Yago's in. Hey, Yago. And the three chord song request, if you're happy, and This Little Light. Thank you, Vic. Vic knows this program. Hey, let's go straight to If You're Happy. Is that in our book? Let's see. 3. Did I put that in there? If You're Happy and You Know It. It's on page 7. Let's go to page 7. Go to page 7 of your book 1 stuff tonight. And all right, so the big takeaway from the little booklet is, 1, red headlines have 1 chord. That's to teach you how to use those chords. The green headlines have 2 chords in them. Almost, I think in every case it's A and E7. And then the blue ones have A, D, and E7 in them. So those have the 3 chords. And then there's 2 songs in the book that have purple headlines, and those have all 4 chords, which includes the beloved F sharp minor, right? So that's in there as well. Now, let me put this on silent. People love to send me. Oh, that's what the heck? All right. Anyway, here we go. Now let's take a look at If You're Happy and You Know It. So when you see a piece of this, is very common in strumming things. You'll see the words and the chords, and then you'll see additional lyrics. So if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. That's your first verse. The second verse, stomp your feet. Third verse, say hooray. And the last one, do all 3. With this one, especially if you're playing really with anybody, don't ever think that there's kid songs and adult songs. Make adults do the same stuff you would do with kids. Everybody has a great time. All right, A chord at the ready. Remember, index, middle, and ring. I should double check that I've been playing all sorts of crazy stuff these days, and requiring me to be perpetually changing tunings. You would think with the humidification and the colder weather, strings would get tighter, but today they are looser for some reason. Guitar strings are falling asleep. They're just not quite into it. Okay, I think I'm about as squared in the space as I can be. A little bit more this way. All right, A chord, index, middle, ring. strings 4, 3, and 2 in the 2nd fret. You will be moving then often to E7, which is drop your index finger, raise your middle finger, hold your ring finger up. Okay. To get back to A, follow the process of middle finger down, index up, ring finger down. To get over to D chord, middle finger takes the lead roll, plant the D chord, index in middle, ring finger up front, and then to get back, index finger takes the lead. That's how we play. As you all know, when I sing, it's never good. I'm about to do it. 1, 2. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your feet will really show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Change your pattern. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy, different pattern, thumb, index, middle ring. If you're happy, if you're happy. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're happy and let me see if I can go a little faster with my plucking pattern. If you're happy and if you're happy and you know, let's go slow. That's I'm looking for. What's a good beat to do on this one? Say hooray. Try to do your arpeggio picking. If you're happy and you know it, say hooray. If you're happy and you know it, say hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, say hooray, hooray. And then pick, and then we didn't do the index finger up and down. Let's do all 3. If you're happy and you know it, do all 3. Hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all 3. Hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all 3. Hooray! That's how you're supposed to do that. All right. Yeah. Isn't that a fun choice? Good job, Vic. All right. And then she also mentioned, hey, Gary, welcome in. If you guys want to pick any of the songs out of the book, we're doing blue headlines tonight. What was the other one you said, Vic? This Little Light of Mine. Go grab This Little Light of Mine. It should be on page... Where are you? Let's go to page 14. Page 14 is where This Little Light of Mine is. Now, it's amazing. This little song doesn't have anything to it, but boy, you can get a lot of mileage out of this one. And so we have the fully arranged version on the website as well. But that's got kind of a jazz feeling to it. This one's your standard issue with This Little Light of Mine. Okay, again, A chord. Now instead of going to E7 after your A chord, you're going to go to the Ds, right? So again, A chord, let your middle finger be in charge, get it to the D, and then when you come back, let your index finger be in charge. Okay. Reminders, I'm holding the guitar at about a 45-degree angle. I'd probably do myself a favor by getting it up to 50 or 60 degrees. And then I'm really paying attention to my thumb. About 3/4 of every guitar lesson I take, we talk about my thumb, right? And so you really don't want to be using it as a vice grip to hold this thing down. You got to give it a little bit of pressure, but mostly the weight of your arm should be giving you your chord. And then you don't even need to use your thumb, right? So that's really what you're working on. Your middle finger your thumb should be hanging out behind your middle finger, and mostly just as a guide. Really try not to be cramping down on your thumb. It will make you play slower, and it will also make your hand hurt. And so the less pressure you can put on your thumb, the better. Okay, let's do this a few times through. How about we do thumb the first time, plucking the second time, and then we'll wrap it up the third time through with some type of arpeggio pattern. See if I can get it a little cleaner this time. So thumb, claw, arpeggio. 1, 2, ready, go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. D chord. This little light of mine, A chord, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine to the top. Here we go. And 2, 4. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. All right, now let's go to an arpeggio pattern. Ready, go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. To the D chord. This little light of mine, back to the A chord. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. A big finish here. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay. You know, a song like that, if you're doing arpeggio picking, whatever the key is, in this case we're in the key of A. First chord's A, last chord's A. Nothing but D's and E7s in there. That last note's going to be an A. Right, just finished up there, and you know it's going to work every time. Hey, Sandy, welcome in. All right, I got to go a little bit fast tonight, and so here's the plan. Okay, I got to be done early tonight, guys. I got to go over to school and listen to a flute concert. But we have to get so many concerts in a year, and I am behind, and so I have to go over there tonight. But next week on this. Actually, now that I'm about to say next week, and I'm going to be telling you a lie, we are not going to be able to meet for a couple of weeks. Here's the problem: I have another thing I have to go to next Wednesday, and then I'm going to be on break the following Wednesday. And the 30th, I have our guitar concert from over at the school. So then our next meeting is actually going to be December 7th, unfortunately. So I got to give you a month's worth of work to do. Okay. So out of this booklet, okay, there's 3 songs that it's not that they matter. The 3 songs that I want you to work to have solid. Okay, we'll probably do "You Are My Sunshine" because we haven't done that one in a while. I think. Well, maybe not because we have that in the other program. But for sure, we will do "Vive la Compagnie," which is on page 15, and that's the one that requires you to do the F sharp minor. And when you start doing F sharp minor, it's going to come out like this. And that's perfectly fine, right? Okay. We're going to talk a lot about how to do bar chords effectively. And we're going to talk about how to not make your thumb fall off while you do that. So be taking a look at that F sharp minor chord. Okay. Only shows up it shows up every single verse or every single chorus on this one. So Vive la Compagnie is one you want to work on. The other one you won't need to work on with 4 chords in it is on page 10. It's Kookaburra. Some of you don't know it. I will give you the basic melody. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, merry, merry king of the bushes he. Laugh, Kookaburra, laugh, Kookaburra, gay your life must be. Okay, so that F sharp minor is going to jump in every single stanza, and it's only there for a minute, and then you have to go A, E7, A right after it. So it's really a great song to get practicing all four of our main chords in this key. And then the other one for sure we will do is the spaghetti one, on top of spaghetti. So book one, people. And frankly, everybody, right? You need to know how to strum and sing. It's just one of the things guitarists do. Even if you hate singing and you hate strumming, you still have to know how to do it, because everybody expects as a guitarist you can do it. And so you're going to do it, right? So spend some time on this book, but those are the three I care about. Vive la Company has the four chords. Kookaburra has the four chords, and we'll do On Top of Spaghetti as well. That's for those three for sure. For December 7th, unfortunately, we have a long haul here. I'm going to try to toss you out a few emails during that period with other entertaining and fun things to do. Obviously, we are getting into Christmas season, and we're going to pull up all of those songs and get started on that as well. So I didn't get any posted on the website this week, but I will be getting that done. So you'll probably see that come through on email. All right. So if you haven't signed up for the email thing, it's on the front page of the website. Go get signed up. Important just for communication, keeping up with where we're at and what we're doing. Now, after December 7th, I'm not going to start a new book one rotation until January. So we will use that time, the book one time, for either just some strumming and singing, continuing out of this book. We could strum and sing some of the other songs. We could strum and sing some Christmas songs, that type of stuff. So book one will probably continue to be just practicing with strumming for a while. Again, it's not my forte at all by a long shot, but it is something that you want to be able to at least hack your way through, right? Even if you're a terrible singer, because that's what people think guitarists are, is that we do this and we sing. And it's fine. It is what most guitarists do, so that's why we do it. All right, so hopefully I didn't talk so fast as to make that unintelligible. Next up, let's go grab some book two stuff. We played Itsy Bitsy Spider, or we went through it last week, so let's go ahead and knock it out tonight. Itsy Bitsy Spider. This is one of the great tunes of all time, I think. So we'll play it 3 times through, first with chords, then straight melody, and then the tough hacks. Okay, grab your chords. Okay, I'm peeking ahead to see how many G7s we have. It doesn't look like we have any to deal with. Here we go. 1. It's just a 1 beat count in. Well, it's actually 2. 1, 2. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Okay, important. It's in 6/8, but you notice I'm only strumming 2 times in each measure on purpose, because that's how we handle 6/8. It's usually just two beats per measure. The one possible change to that would be you might do one thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index to get all 6 beats in on all 6/8 notes, and that would sound like this: the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. You see what I'm doing, right? Thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index. Now I have all 6/8 notes underneath my right hand, and then I just have to sing over the top of them, and that's an effective way to do it. I was also trying, and I failed, but when I'm using my thumb on the G string when I'm on a G chord, and then dropping it down to put my thumb on the D string when I'm on the D chord, it ends up sounding nice and rooted and very pleasant to listen to. All right, so there's your chords and singing. Let's play the melody. You have a 4. Make sure, guys, when you see a 4, pinky. Okay? Nobody likes it. It's just the way the world works. Okay? Let's give this a try. 2 beat count in. 1, 2. Sorry, plunk. it up from the top. Go. Clunk. Clunk. Made mistakes, but all 3 times, all 2 times. Made a lot of mistakes. You know how it goes. Okay. Big thing with that one is making sure you're using your pinky on the 4. It's going to come up, guys. You're going to have to get comfortable with that pinky up here on the 4th fret. And so don't be racing your ring finger up there to cheat on that, because it's going to catch it. It'll catch up to you in the end. All right, and then finally, tough act. We're going to play it quite a bit slower, so we have a chance to all play it together, and we're gonna make that spider. We're gonna drown that spider from the top, much slower. You're gonna need to get your G chord ready. Okay, and then you have this annoying little 4 to get started with. Well, if you use your alternate G shape, your 4 is available. Okay, let's give it a try from the top. 1, 2. Okay, there's Itsy Bitsy Spider. It's really lovely, and I think if you play it really slow with a lot of volume and a lot of energy behind it, just not frenetic energy, but just like this is an important song. It actually ends up sounding like an important song. All right, guys, I'm going to do a very cursory review of La Cucaracha. We have to, because I got to get to everything. Here's the fun part about La Cucaracha. It's a 2-chord song, unbelievably, and I want you to work on staccato playing. Okay, so when you're doing that, you got a couple of choices. When you're working on this, the first notes are 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 5. 2. Okay, so probably in second position if you're playing on melody. And then the way to play staccato, there are 2 choices. You can do, you hit the 2, where's the 2? Okay, you hit the 2 and lift up this finger. Don't take it off the string, just lift it up to stop the sound. Okay, I'm just lifting it up and that stops the sound. The other way is if you keep holding it down, to put your thumb on this hand back down. Okay, and so when we're playing this piece, you want to stop those sounds. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 5, 2, 5, 7, 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, oh. I let that one ring because it's a longer note. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, oh, oh. And there you see right there is a problem with just using your right hand. When you play an O, there's nothing to lift up on this hand. So the way you stop it is drop this thumb on top. O, O, 3, O, O. And then let that one ring because it's a long note. And then back to last major 7, 7, 5, 3, 3, 2, O, 3. And then you would repeat that section. When you go into the second section, again, probably second position because you're not going to have any ones in it. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, in staccato. 5, 7, 5, 3, 2, 2, 0, 3. Okay. The reason we want to do it staccato is it's about a cockroach, okay, jumping around on the floor in the casita, right? So what's happening there is this little cockroach. He's running in, dancing to the music. They're sweeping it out with the broom. Comes back in and dances some more. Okay, loves playing music. So we play that as if we're trying to mimic the cockroach's motion with our attack strategy. Okay, then when you go to tough acts here, same process, a little easier because you're going to have whole chords on here, right? And so you can just lift up your left hand again. Don't lift it way up, just loosen it, and you'll get that. Now you will have certain strings that keep ringing. There's a 0 in that first chord. So that's when you want to bring this hand back down and stop those strings. Okay, so give it a try. Let's just, we'll go a little bit slow, but one time through. Just go down to measure 8 and then we'll reset. 1, 2, ready, go. Bounce up back up to the top. We don't use staccato a lot in most fingerstyle stuff because we're trying to get nice, long, beautiful chords. And honestly, when your guitar sounds so beautiful playing long, we don't use it. However, in more advanced music and in lots and lots of times when you want to have some sort of decorative effect, staccato works perfectly. So work on that this week, next 3 weeks, and see how much you like that cockroach you can sound. By the way, this is a magnificently hilarious song. This is one of the great songs ever written, and so spend a little bit of time just digging into it. You could probably have it memorized by December 7th. The second half, I don't think there's anything particularly different there. Just the melody's a little bit different. It starts at 9, 9, 9, 9, done. 9, 9, 9, or 10, 10, 10. That one there, because it's a tied note and it's a half, I let that one ring. Ding, and you can even put in the A note underneath it. Okay, and then... Okay, and there's that last. So then you would repeat that, go back up to measure 10 and come back down. And then when you come back down the second time, don't play 17, jump to 18. And this is going to come up a lot. Little bar on 7, pinky on 10. Okay, put it on a 9. Put it on 7 and 10. And that's your high D chord. So you could even... don't use the A as your bass, just as it was written. Yeah, sounds fun. So that's what you want to. That's what I need you to work on if you're book 2. By the way, if you're book 2, every single day, if you're book 1 or book 2 or book 3 or book 99, grabbing a song out of book 2 every single time you practice will, 1, give you a whole lot of confidence and just give you a sense of mastery over these techniques that we learned, because book 2 isn't about the songs as much as it is about the techniques. So work on that. That'll be for the next a month of La Cucaracha. You'll start a mariachi band. All right. Now we're gonna just play through how we doing on time. We're gonna be right. We're gonna be terribly poorly planned on time. Let's go grab Water is Wide out of book 3. Okay, and of course, those of you guys that are newer, you know you're playing melody, or you're working on your chords. On this one, when you get to measure 6, you got this C minor shape, right? C sharp minor, just a beautiful chord. Okay. But other than that, well, actually, the chords on this are pretty challenging. Yeah, because you got a G sharp minor in there. You have an F sharp minor. You got your B7 in here. You got a regular B chord. We don't see a ton of those in action. They're way up here on the 4th fret. And so all that stuff will come into play for tough acts, but not so much for melody. And so if you want to play chords, there's a great chance to practice that. Let's play through it as written down to measure whatever, 33, and we'll come back and play it a second time. Okay, not fast, really stretched out, unfortunately. So as much as possible, try to get your pinky where it's not doing this, but it stays a little bit rounded. That's what I'm working on in my whole life. From the top, 4-beat count in, 1-beat rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Gary. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Sorry. To the top. Whoops. Measure 28. Get to go. Second ending. It needs a full chord on the end, doesn't it? 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0. All right, beautiful. Isn't that a nice, lovely tune? It's just very peaceful. When the Saints Go Marching In, let's just play it through one time. Okay, just one time, nice and slow. Use your alternate G's, remember, because you need those G7s in there. Okay. I'm going to have to rush us out of here, unfortunately, tonight. So from the top, it's supposed to be really fast. We're going to go really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Me and the C chord from the top. When the Saints Go Marching In, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second ending. Okay, so it's not a great arrangement of When the Saints Go Marching In. The big thing is that it gives you a chance to get your C chord with this moving pinky involved. Also, occasionally you have to drop down to the F note here to get your melody note out. So it's a versatile chance to use your C chord in all those, plus use your alternate G chord for both melody and for an actual G7 chord in here. And then you also have that little middle section there where you got to deal with this huge F chord in multiple ways, right? So when you come into 11, you're dealing with that C7. Turn the page, you're like, oh no, there's an F chord. 12, you just do the stair step 1 with your pinky, and then switch this to a flattened index finger, and then you got to put the whole F chord on here, and I would just leave your middle finger planted and wrap up around that. And again, when you're starting bar chords, that's what it sounds like. And I think C chord, anything in the key of C for me is a lot. It just feels very spidery and gangly over there. All right, so that's about all we're going to do on When We Saints Go Marching In. It is super valuable for you to spend a teeny tiny bit of time on that one in the terms of, yep, this stuff's coming up for sure. All right, now let me run through. I'm on the sheet music page, of course. Let's take a very quick look at Wildwood Flower, and then unfortunately, guys, classical we may have to find a different time. So Wildwood Flower, this is one of these ones when you go to a folk music jam, you'll hear it, and you can see why. A, E7, A, E7, A, D, A, E7, A, right? Book 1 stuff. And the melody is actually quite pleasant. So why don't we play through the melody one time just to make sure you know how it goes? Okay, dun 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 dun. Okay, so that's how you get started. 3-beat count in. You're gonna play it in second position. So well, maybe not. You got some ones showing up in the second. Yeah, probably stick it in second position, I would think. Let's give it a try in second and see how we do. 1, 2, 3. Pinky. I missed the 1 every time. The 1 in this case is a G sharp leading to A, right? So it's pretending that it's in a minor key is what it's really doing, even though it's not. And so the melody is very pretty. I don't think the tough fugue on this one, tough axe, is particularly hard. You can tell it's been a long time since I played this one. It's actually easier, that first part's easier to play tough axe than it is to play the melody. And then when you get to measure 5, what's our trick? Okay, when you see a mess like that at measure 5, your first thought is, what's the lowest note? 9. That's where your bar goes. Okay, and then 10 and 11. Another mess, lowest note's 5, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Pinky from that 7. There's our favorite D chord with your pinky. Then you're back to A chord. Okay, so and then the last chord in the entire piece is just a little bar on 2. Your regular A with a bar. But yeah, that's the fastest way I can think of. When you see a messy chord coming up, just look for the lowest fret number. That's where the bar goes. Boom, wherever it happens to be. And 1 on 9, boom, 10 and 11, add on whatever other notes are there. The next one's a 5, bar on 5. Oh, I just got to toss in my 6 and 7, and there you go. Okay, so that's actually a really pleasant little tune for you to spend some time on. Now, I'm out of time, so I gotta go, guys. So on the classical stuff, we reviewed Dance Des Ziel last week, so I added in exercise on the E string. I will add in one more song in book 0 so that you have plenty of stuff to keep you busy. I'll try to send an email out about this. Andante and G, we could pretty much leave on the book 1 list forever, but here's what's really cool. I just added on Calatuyud, and I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm saying it's Calatuyud. Book 1, Calatuyud. Calatuyud. I don't know how to say his name. This is one of these really simple songs that make you sound really good. So I want you to spend some significant time on it. This would be one that I would put in my permanent repertoire. Let me play through it real quick. The Waltz in E minor by Bartolomé C from 1961. And it's not hard to play, guys, so you can end up sounding really nice by December 7th. 1, 2, 3. So harmonics on those are. Okay, that's how you wrap it up. Isn't that a nice song? Really not hard to play. By the way, on the I did an actual video of that a while back. Probably played it better tonight than I played it on the video, but for the most part, the don't play fast. Get it where it's nice and smooth, and all of the beats are quarter note beats the whole way through. There's nothing fancy about the rhythm, so you get it nice and steady and pretty, and that should keep you busy. Also, definitely be working on Andante and G. But those are the two best songs on Book 1 level, in my mind, clearly. We'll go through the rest of Book 1 and double check, but those both the songs you have on Book 1 and Book 2 are amazing. Both of the songs that you now have out of Book 1 are delicious. So, guys, I gotta run. I apologize. This is for some reason they want me to go to school and do the things that they say I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna go do some things I'm supposed to do. Have a great night. I'm gonna send you an email here next week or so with some reminders about when things are happening when, and hopefully I didn't go too fast to give you and be like, what the heck did he talk about? Don't go play bagpipes because I did a bad job tonight. How about that? Is that a deal? I'll talk to you guys the Wednesday night class on December 7th and over email between those times, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.